Hey guys, it's Al from Altruistic Channel, and I wanted to touch base with the collective overall. You know how sometimes you're asked to kind of, you're prompted by the divine to possibly just kind of speak your mind on something. This is one of those moments where I'm just a little bit awkward about it, but I'm just going to say that it comes from a good place, and it's actually for something constructive. But here it goes. So one of the things that I naturally have that's a skill set of mine is the ability to kind of see down far down the future. And I can do that through strategy, and I can follow the pathway of where we're going and what we're doing along the lines of what's actively in front of me. And one of the things that I'm noticing right now that I wanted to kind of just bring about in a general conversation is that now that we're starting to receive some of the benefits of working so hard on ourselves and dealing with the shadow aspects to you and to me, and doing the work that we need to do, we're starting to get the benefits of that, right? And we're seeing the fruits of our labor come to fruition, and the magician aspect is starting to manifest itself. But here's the interesting part that I am just kind of sensing from the background is the energy is kind of getting lost once it's manifested, meaning, have you thought about what happens next? That's where the strategy in me comes in, because what I'm seeing is that we have a larger sleeper cell, if you will, or grouping. I don't know why I just said cell, but the cell, that they're about to awaken to the reality that things are not the way that they thought it was, and that they're thinking the matrix itself is helping them actually to wake up. And as this process is happening, you are now being asked to show up to mission, whatever your mission is, by the divine. Great. So here's what I'm seeing happen. This is you. I'm going to take on God's space, and then I'll say what you think. So he's like, so great, you're here. What do you plan on doing? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm here. I thought you were going to tell me what to do. Why would I tell you what to do? I just hired you. You said you could do something. What is it that you are doing? What is it that you plan on doing? I can do tarot. And he's like, great, great. So you're going to do tarot with the other tarot. What is your specific? What is it that you are bringing to the table here? Because I don't want to play down. Like, and then you're just like, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. So it's that dynamic that I'm seeing play out in an energy level, and I'm kind of reading it. And I'm just like, oh, okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has value, no matter what. And it may not seem like you have a specific skill set at this time. Start thinking in terms of what is your natural inclination. There are people in the tarot community that I'm watching that have chiseled out a clear, they own this space. One is Morgan, who's one of my badass ladies that I go to when I need truth, said to me, this tarot reader, I call her, it's her name, but I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Because I don't know if I don't want to put her on blast. I don't know if she wants to be connected. You know what I mean? So, but the truth is, there are people that have done the work of knowing what their strength is and knowing where their voice is planting seeds, and they understand and have dominion in that section. Even though there are a million other tarot readers, that she owns this space, just like the Chandler the Light and She Bear and Queen Cup in Canada. What I'm saying is, when you show up to mission, what is it that you plan on doing within your realm of abilities, right? Seers. What type of seer are you? Are you a seer, or are you there are different titles, different ways of doing things. And the reason it's that I don't care for titles at all. Anybody who knows me knows that. And I'm not worried about that. What I'm just saying, do you know what your specialization is? Because now that we're receiving some of the gifts, we're being given access to a different dimensional, the fifth dimension. Yet we haven't done any work physically to solidify the third dimension. Like, not that you have to invest in what I'm saying, but I've actually asked you all if anybody would be interested in starting to build something as a network, an actual physical 3D collective that will work together and band together to make this all work on this dimension, because up so above and so below, we still have to do work down here. And so I'm not mad, or I'm not lecturing you guys. I'm just bringing up something that I think you need to understand, is that we are about to be asked and tasked with providing the light and be the light bearer or the light warriors for many of us to a group of people who are going to be jarred out of whatever the sleep state they were in into the reality that things are not anywhere near what they thought it was. And right now they're in a state of complete chaos because of what's going on in the political environment. And then we have the people who are negative and all of the negative energy being pushed at them. And they're being compressed. And they're about to wake up. And we're supposed to be, what is it we're going to do? So it's just that question. We still have a lot of work to do on the third dimension. We have to build our foundation here, which is what I'm trying to do. And I know that at least 2 other people are trying to do it. Make it easier to be reached. I'm going to put it that way. If you are in fear, and I think this is why I'm being prompted to do this. If you are in fear of standing up in your faith, that you're afraid of a backlash, I can guarantee you nobody gives a fuck. And here's how I know. I've written 2 books, and I have an entire website that has laid the foundation for something that has yet to come to fruition. Why did I do that? Because I'm a leader. That's what leaders do. You have the ability to see what's to come before it arrives. That is called strategy. And when you think in terms of that mindset, you get further a lot quicker in life because you're prepared when the opportunity meets you. That is what we're being tasked to do. So I can assure you that I've put my name and my reputation out there, and nothing negative has happened other than maybe a negative comment here or there, but I'm the wrong one. I just bitch slap them and they keep going. It's just, your faith is not something to hide. If you break everything down of all organized religion, we're not organized. We're not even a religion. It's a faith-based principle that we as a collective unit are working together to help heal the planet and humanity by doing the work that the officials that we hired to do it can't do. Stand up in that and say what it is that you are doing. People don't even question this stuff anymore. It's just our fear is blocking us. So it's time to come to mission and understand what your skill sets are and own your space. You don't have to say to the world that you are a psychic or that you are a medium or tarot reader or if you are a seer or whatever it is that your skill set is. You don't have to state to them, but at least know it for yourself, because on an energy level, remember, some of us are feeling what you're feeling. So don't be so confused on it. Just ground your energy, find your spiritual center, and think what it is that you do best, that no one can take away from you. Remember, every brain is not the same. No 2 brains operate the same way. That means that your voice is unique. It has a signature. That's the frequency that only you can do, right? That's your signature. What is it that you have strength in that signature? And then that's what you're going to be doing. So just think in terms of that, and don't worry about, it's not a stressful thing. It's just, let's just tap into the reality and ground the effort. Don't get lost in the 5. Stay in the 3, and that way we can go through the 4 and get to the 5. So just work the progression, because we're getting close. There's not a mistake that it's 2020. It is the year of reflection, and society will have to deal with the ramifications, and they're gonna have to look at what we've done so far. So it's time to just prepare. Anyway, that's it for Al on Altruistic Channel. Y'all, nobody's doing anything wrong. I'm just kind of touching base, and nobody really, but I'm just saying. At the end of the day, guys, let's start banding together. If you are in a place where you are at mission and you are a warrior, it's time to reach out to each other. Make it a little easier to contact one another, please, because I don't know how to get a hold of a lot of people. Stand in your truth. There's nothing wrong with our faith. It's just faith. And it's a faith in God. So you can stand up for that. All right, guys. It's Al on Altruistic Channel. Later.